What changes do you feel need to be made to make strides for young black women in football?
I feel like along the pathway, the changes that need to be made is... Sorry, can we pause? This is a hard question to answer.
Female representation for black women and young black girls is still a big issue within society. We are finding that on our TV screens there's a lack of representation. If you look back a few years ago when, you know, N.A. Luco was playing and Alex Scott was playing, there was more representation and diversity within the female football teams, especially the higher level female football teams and the professional football teams. And what we're finding now is there is a lack of representation. So how do we allow our girls to dream without limiting beliefs? How do we allow our girls to, you know, break down those barriers and see themselves within these spaces? A lot more needs to be done. First things first, we need better recruitment, we need better development pathways, and we need to ensure that the funding is going to these communities so these young women and girls can develop.
So my name's Karesha. I'm 23 years old. I play at Billericay Town Women, and I'm a coach and ambassador at Goals for Girls. So the reason I got involved in football to start with is because of my brothers. I grew up with 4 older brothers, they've all played, so it was just bound for me to start playing. So I started when I was 5 years old, started playing at my first female team at 8. I've faced quite a few barriers regarding discrimination. When I was 15 years old, there was quite a few players that would say certain slurs towards me, and even management, which ended up me being suspended for 6 months because I was told that I was bullying a player. I was told that I was selling drugs on a football pitch, which is just crazy, especially to have to deal with at that such a young age where I just wanted to play. Everything was unfounded, of course, because none of it was true. I said, I've just got to leave. They wouldn't release me from the club. It's just like I was getting treated in such a way that's obviously unacceptable, but mainly because of the colour of my skin, because if it was any other person, then it wouldn't have happened. When I was growing up, there wasn't many teams around me. I was playing with boys for a lot of the time, and I feel like that's still an issue now. In certain areas, especially where I grew up, you're not going to be seen, and that's always how it's been, and that's how it is now, even how many years down the line. I feel like if you really are going to be seen, you have to go out to areas such as Essex, Kent, to actually play at the highest level. Even now, I travel to Essex just to play at a decent level, and feel like that's the only places you're going to be seen, rather than when I grew up, I feel like the rawest talent is playing in the cages.
Well done, better, touch, long, come in for the set. Well done, it's going across, Autumn ready for the set.
Goals for Girls helped me overcome these issues by including me in an environment that was so inclusive and supportive, and showed me a way I could just believe in myself and just keep going. You're gonna hit barriers down the way, but it's just how you see it and how you feel that you're gonna come out of it, and just giving me a support system and giving me people to lean on, to learn from, and just to grow as an individual.
Girls, that's better, well done, keep going. Well done.
I chose to become a coach at Goals for Girls because I want to just be a massive role model for the younger girls that are growing up, because I didn't have that when I was growing up. Everybody that I was looking up to, all the coaches that I had were males, so it was quite hard to actually relate to somebody. So I feel like whereas I've grown and I've gone through things, girls that are growing up now, they can relate to me and they can learn from me, and I just want to make them the best, just to believe in themselves, to show that we are capable of doing anything we set our minds to.
There's a lot of opportunities where raw talent with our inner city is not being seen, and is left to the wider communities like Essex or Surrey or, you know, way beyond, for us to pick up this talent. And it's evident within the women's football team, the England's women's football team. We are not seeing representation across the board, and this is where discrimination still lies. How can we expect our young women and girls within these marginalised communities to raise or dream without limiting beliefs and actually see themselves as a lioness if they can't see themselves on the football pitch? A lot of our girls identified very heavily with the Jamaican women's team this season and this year throughout the Women's World Cup, and that's because they could see themselves, and when they see themselves they can break barriers. And a lot of the young women and girls need to believe that the FA and the Premier League are actually endorsing them and believing in them and providing opportunities for them within their communities.
Do you feel like there was a lack of representation in England's women's football team during the World Cup?
I feel like there's been a massive lack of representation. There's nobody that looks like me in a sense that I can look up to be like, do you know, I want to be like them. And I feel like this is a massive issue and a barrier that we do need to break down, because not just for me, but for the younger generation, we need people that we want to look up to, we want to be like. And I feel like right now in that England team, you're looking at the players and you're just thinking, who's like me there? Do you know what I mean? So it makes it hard for us to believe that we can be one of them. My vision for myself and the young black girls to play football is to break into the England squad. We can do this. We are capable of doing it. I know I'm capable of doing it. And that's always been my vision from the beginning. So as long as we work hard, we stick together and we keep pushing through and breaking down the barriers, I want to be a role model to show that if I can do it, any of us can do it.